Hey guys, this is Sam from Chalice and Chains, and I just wanted to talk today quickly about the idea of legacy magic items. I don't know if this is like an official term or a correct term, but it's the term I'm using, so I'll define it in just a second. And I'll probably end up doing a longer video later about this idea because I want to use it in the upcoming home campaign that I'm using. But I also really want your thoughts on how to make this work, if you guys do these in your campaigns and whatever. So basically what I'm talking about is starting a character out with, whatever their normal equipment is, whether it's their longsword or their armor or, the trinket that they roll on their trinket table in 5th edition, whatever it might be. But you set it up telling them, hey, I want this to be meaningful to you. I want this to be special to you. Have it, be part of your background or whatever. So maybe it's, your father's longsword that you inherited when you became an adventurer, or, whatever it might be, the locket that your mother left to you before she disappeared mysteriously, that kind of thing. And then instead of giving out magic items as they go through the adventure, use that existing item and make it more powerful. Give it magical properties. Maybe these are things where they're innate and you unlock them as you become more powerful. Maybe it is something where you are able to inscribe runes upon them, or you're able to insert a magical gem, or something along those lines. I mean, that sounds way too MMO for me, but you know what I mean, something along those lines, so that you have this legacy item, this item that's important to you, that you've had from the beginning, that kind of grows in power with you and becomes more special with you. And the reason I thought about doing this is because, I had always hated in, games like Diablo, for example, or really any of those, RPGs, you end up cycling through items insanely. And in D&D too, as you become more powerful, maybe the longsword that you started out with at level 1, by level 5, and now you have a magic item and and it's a magic sword, right? And you discard your longsword. And I always hated that, because for me as a player, I always liked putting meaning behind those. I was like, if I have a longsword, that makes me different than the rest of the people. So why do I have that? Where did I get it? And with 5th edition and with backgrounds, that's super important. So I'd love to get, the community's take on this idea of a legacy item that you can scale up in power, as the PCs do. I had kind of mentioned it in the Roll Up and Die podcast when they were talking about magic items, and I got some good feedback there, and they may end up doing something related to that later, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you guys use something like this, or if I were to do it, how would you suggest that I go about it? Would it be crafting or finding runes? Would it be unlocking innate power? And maybe how would that come about? So anyway, I'd love your thoughts. Drop a line, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on Facebook, whatever.